to know briefly about the half adder and full adder, let us see what is a 1-bit adder. So it is a 1-bit adder is that which performs addition of 2 binary bits. So if I say 2 binary bits, since binary numbers are 0 and 1, only 2 numbers are there, different combination are 0 plus 0 is equal to 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1, and 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, 0. The 0 which is in yellow color is nothing but a sum, and 1 which is in red color, it indicates it is a carry. So if you are doing multi-bit addition, this will be moved as a carry to the next higher order bit. So if you remember these 4 combinations, then you can understand the addition process. So to understand a half adder and full adder operation, you need to know these 4 combinations. 0 plus 0 is equal to 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, and 1 plus 1 is equal to what? 1, 0. Next, half adder. So when I say half adder, so a half adder is that which performs a 1-bit addition only, which performs the basic need of a half adder or the basic requirements for a half adder. So a half adder will add only 2 binary bits. It is not 2 binary numbers. A half adder is that which will add 2 binary bits, and if whenever you are adding 2 bits, or not only bits, in general, you say that if you are adding 2 numbers, in general decimal addition or any addition, if you are adding 2 numbers, what is the possible outcome? What are the possible outcome? One will be sum, total. One will be the sum, and other will be the carry. If it is a 2-digit number, then carry has to be shifted to the second digit, right? So whenever I add 2 numbers, remember that you will get 2 outputs. One is sum and other is called as the carry. So a half adder has 2 inputs and 2 outputs. And it performs 1-bit addition. So what are the 2 inputs I am taking? In one input is A, other input is what? B. Then what are the outputs I am getting? Yes. Yes means it is sum, and C represent it is a carry. Followed? Then I am taking the different combination. Look at the table. A is 0, B is 0. Then A is I am taking 0. Next B combination I am taking 1, because I have to take different combination. So what is the base of the binary number? Base of the binary number is what? 2. If the base of binary number is 2, the number of combinations will be 2 power 2. If n is the base of the number system, if n is the base of the number system, then the number of combinations will be 2 power n. If n is the base of the number system, remember this one. If n is the base of a number system, then total number of combinations, or simply I can say that instead of that, if there are 2 inputs, the number of combinations will be what? 2 power n. If there are n number of inputs, in a binary number combination, if there are n number of inputs, then the total number of combinations will be what? 2 power n. So here how many bits are there? A and B. How many bits? Total 2 bits. So 2 power 2. 2 power 2. So what is the value? 4. So you should get 4 combinations. So what is that combination? Different combinations. Once A is 0, B is 0. Next time A is maintained 0, B is 1. Then A value is changed to 1. Then B value is 0. A is 1, B is 1. So these are the 4 combinations. If I add 0 plus 0, already we have seen 0 plus 0, sum is 0, carry is 0. So here you can see this table. Once look at this table, okay? Then if A is 0, B is 1, then the sum is what? 1. No carry is generated, so carry is 0. Then again add 1 plus 0. Sum is what? 1. If I add 1 and 0, I will get 1. No carry is generated, so 0. Then 1 1 combination. If I add 1 and 1, the value is what? 1 0. Where 0 is the what you call the sum, and 1 is called as the carry. So here sum is 0, 1 is called as a carry. Okay, did you follow up to here? Yes. Okay, right. Then now look at the columns carefully. Look at the columns carefully. Look at the carry column carefully. What does the carry column refer? Now forget about for some time forget about sum column. Only concentrate on the carry column. So what does the carry column represent? 0 0 combination 0, 0 1 combination 0, 1 0 combination 0, 1 1 combination 1. So what it is representing? Are you getting any idea of this? It is an AND gate. It is an AND gate. 0 into 0, 0. 0 into 1, 0. 1 into 0, 0. 1 into 1, 1. That means what? The carry column which is there, that represents an AND gate. That represents an AND gate. That is C is equal to A into B. That is why I am writing. C is my output, is equal to, what is output C? It is a AND gate combination, A into B. That is what I am writing, A into B. Now look at the sum column carefully. Look at the sum column carefully. For 0 0 combination, the output is 0. 0 1 combination, output is 1. 1 0 combination, output is 1. 1 1 combination, output is 0. Now which gate is coming into your mind? Now, which gate is coming into your mind? Not OR gate, speaker. OR gate output is 0, 1, 1. Not AND gate, Moses. Yes, Ananta Koti Reddy. It is right. Varaprasad, right. XOR gate. It is an XOR gate. What is a statement of an XOR gate? Output statement for an XOR gate. The output is 1 only when the inputs are not same. If the inputs are not similar, inputs are different. If the inputs are different, if the inputs are not same, if they are dissimilar, then the output will be what? 1. Then the output will be what? 1. Followed? So that means the output represents of a sum represents, it is nothing but it is an XOR gate. So general, this is the expression for an XOR gate. A into B bar plus A bar into B. Actually S is equal to A, this symbol which is there plus addition symbol inside a circle, that is called as the XOR operator. That is called as the XOR operator. So what does this operator refer to? That is equal to A into B bar plus A bar into B. A into B bar or A into B complement plus A complement into B. So that is equal to what? A XOR B. That means now what we can say, that why I told you to concentrate this carry column and sum column. The carry column represents an AND gate. The sum column represents an XOR gate. So from this we can understand, we can come to a conclusion that we can design a half adder by using a AND gate and an XOR gate. That is why I didn't show you the diagram first. I didn't show you the diagram first. First we have taken the combination, input combination. Then if you add, you are getting a sum and a carry. Then you are examining the carry column. Then you are coming to a conclusion that the carry represents an AND gate operation Similarly, if you look at the sum column, then you can come to a conclusion that sum represents an XOR gate. So once you get understood that it is a combination of an AND gate and XOR gate, then you can easily design my half adder. So now half adder can be designed by what? By using what? One AND gate, one XOR gate. So these gates like this finds an application in the digital circuit. Now we'll see what is the how to design it. So this is the same thing I am taking. So S is equal to sum, which is called as A into B bar plus AR plus A bar B, which can be written as A XOR B. Similarly, C is equal to what? A into B, which is an AND gate. So this is the left side is the block diagram. Left side is the what? Is the block diagram. So A and B are two inputs. We are getting two outputs. One is sum and other is carry. So this is the diagram, logical diagram. Since I told you that we can use one AND gate for carry and one XOR gate for sum, I am taking the same thing. XOR. This is one XOR gate. This is one AND gate. To this XOR gate, I am giving the inputs A and B. A is one input, B is another input. Then the output will be what? Sum. Then I am taking a AND gate. So AND gate output is a carry. So AND gate also receives the same input, right? A and B are the two inputs. The same input which is applied to the sum must be applied to the AND gate also. So that is the reason from A I am giving it from A and B, I am connecting the inputs of an AND gate. So once I connect, this completes the logic diagram of an half adder or a circuit diagram of a half adder. So please take a screenshot of this. So everyone please take a screenshot of this. Oh. So this is about the half adder. So now we'll see, we'll run it on a software and we'll see how it operates. So for that, you remember this, compulsory you have to remember this table. You have to remember this table, 0, 0, right? This table, if you remember, then we can cross verify whether I am getting the same or not, right? So let me start with the software. So I require an XOR gate. Digital by number, XOR gate, IC number is 7486. So I am placing here. Let me move it here. So let me zoom it. Just a minute. So let me zoom it more. So this is an XOR gate. Now let me write. Then take AND gate. AND gate is what? This is my AND gate. Then I need inputs for operation. So I go to digital power logic switch. Then for output I require a logic display. So now I will connect the circuit. So from input I am connecting it on that is XOR gate. So from XOR gate I am giving it to one of the logic display. Then the same input must be given to what? AND gate. Same inputs must be given to what? AND gates. Then I am connecting the output. So now let us run the circuit. Let us run the circuit. So I am changing my simulation to digital mode. Then okay. Now both are 0. This is A. Let me write it as just a minute. So not to get confused, let me write it as A. Input A. Let me write it as B. So now this is input A, this is input B. Let me write this also. Let me change this also. Properties. I will write it as yes. So that is sum. This is carry, right? And now let me run the circuit. Okay. Now 0 0 combination. If it is 0 0 combination, what is the value? Sum is 0, carry is 0. So you can see that sum value is 0, carry value is 0 because no bulb is glowing. Then I will make 0 1. If I make 0 1, sum should be 1, carry should be 0. So sum is 1 because bulb is glowing. Carry is what? 0. Similarly, 1 0. 1 0 also, sum will be 1, carry will be 0. Now both are 1. If both are 1, so sum is 0, carry is 1. So what is sum value? Now bulb is not glowing. Sum is 0, carry is 1. So thus it behaves that the circuit is nothing but it is an half adder circuit. So in this way we design the half adder